Okay, so as you can see, the path in here leads from the base of the road down by the base of the dam, and you come around the concrete embankments by the spillway. These big tunnels right here are actually overflow spillway tunnels that if there was a sudden rise in water, you wouldn't want to be down there. So probably 400,000 gallons per minute goes through there, maybe more. It's a lot. So I want to show you how to get into the cave. You come up here, and as you can see, since the last time I was here, there's been some growth, but the cave hasn't disappeared. Dun 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 dun. Indiana Jones. Dun 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 dun. I'm wearing the wrong hat for this adventure. Dun 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 dun. Okay. So as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but in the back of the cave, you can go over the top of this pile of rubble that was, they tried to fill it in, but they didn't do a very good job. So it's very interesting being in a place like this because one, nobody ever comes down here. I mean, nobody. It's probably been, I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe 10 people down here in the last 50 years. So, because nobody knows that it's here, but I know that it's here. I hear, woo. I think maybe there's some owls that live in here. I heard, woo, woo, woo. Maybe it's just the wind. Don't breathe any of this old dust, Speck. It's not good for your nose. Hopefully no mountain lions live back here, but I've got my gun and I've got my dog, so. I know. What's up there? That's as far as we're going to go today because we don't have our spelunking clothes on. We have our walking around in our sandals and sunglasses clothes on. So anyway, if it was ever like, you know, some kind of apocalyptic end times, this would be the kind of place that you could actually live because it's right next to a water source and it's secure, relatively speaking. And you could make a fire in a cave like this and the smoke would go out and you wouldn't get choked on it because there's airflow through the cave from the back to the front. So, what do you hear? Do you hear the owl? Where is he? Where is it? Speck has been waging war against owls in our neighborhood for a long time. The great horned owl will sit up on top of the telephone pole, and Speck sees him up there, and the owl takes off like deadly silent. Doesn't even make a sound. It's like just like it wasn't even there. And Speck will go visually tracking it and chasing it down the road, down the country lane, trying to find, you know, what is this silent flying thing? So it's become a running game between Speck and I. If I see the owl, I'll be like, where is it? Where is it, Speck? And that lower tone of voice like excites him. He's like, well, I don't know where it is. I want to find it. I need to know where it is. And I say, go get him. And it's like, how do you like sick your dog on a bird? You know, the bird's gonna fly away every time. But Speck will go chasing it. And now even if we're walking, he will go and try and find the owl. And he'll go up to the bottom of the telephone poles and start looking up. Somebody once said in some stupid like urban legend that dogs can't look up. And that is totally wrong because I see it happen all the time. So we are back in the land of the living. We're out of the dark, we're out of the woods, we're out of the night. So we're off to see the wizard. I love these, you know, comment on this video, guys, and tell me if you love the feel of moss, because this is, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite things in the world. Not necessarily to feel moss, but just to be in a mossy place. You know, like moss covered rocks and trees and boulders and stuff. It's because it's like, for moss to happen, it has to be alive and moist at the same time. There has to be water around. Moss doesn't grow in like really dry places, so has to be like just shady enough that the moss doesn't get roasted in the sun, but have enough sunlight. And I'm sure you guys can see in the video that the angular like beams of light coming into this place are just gorgeous. So I wish you could all be here, but then it wouldn't be a secret place anymore. Hasta la vista, baby.